Please note that this content is for adults only. Viewer discretion advised. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe, like, and share. Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream with me, Grizzly. They've got a press conference going that they're doing so early today that I just happened to catch there thanks to MB Inc. I always tell you guys about MB Inc. He's got a YouTube channel called MB Inc. I'll put it in the chat now. Or mods, if you are here, could you please put MB Inc.'s channel there if you guys want to show him some love? I don't know. You could see there's evidence that I went for my jog, you guys. So the press conference is happening right now, but because we can't navigate backwards and forwards through it, I'm kind of waiting for it to wrap up and then we could start from the beginning, okay? I just want to make sure that you're aware that there's a press conference going on. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hope you all got some rest. So it's happening, and what I heard so far is that they're going to something about Longwood Gardens. So we know about the map time, you know, that they were looking in that one area. They've got more pictures of him, some kind of surveillance, and that they're going to be... Let's see if we've got this map here. Oh, okay, here's this. And I think they mentioned now Longwood Gardens, which is over here. So I don't know, man, if they think he's gone that way. We will see. So just stay here with us, okay? You're like, man, this is so early. What are they doing? Well, I'm glad. I'm glad they're keeping everyone informed. Moderators, thank you so much for everything that you do. I know this is like extremely last minute. And welcome to all my patrons, to all my members. I don't even think I let all the patrons know. I didn't. Not yet. Don't worry. We're here together. We're doing it. Okay. Please like and share. Let's all do that now. Let's quickly just make sure we share it to Twitter and let people know. Okay. Live press conference. My word. Danelo Cavalcante for this manhunt. So, Cavalcante. It's always quite a thing, huh? To... get his name right. Danelo Cavalcante. So good morning. Get your coffee or whatever, settle in. We're going to be watching this presser together, okay? So don't stress. At least we're here together. You can see it's happening right now. It's been on for what, 15 minutes or so? So let me just quickly read you this. And at the same time, hold on 1 second. I just want to quickly call the troops. Dee said, I think he moved, not sure. Not sure. Yeah, it sounds like they think he moved too, just from the little bit that I heard. We're going to listen to it now. Don't you go anywhere, okay? So I'm going to read you this. Just give me a second. Thank you for being here. If you don't know what we're talking about, I hope you'll catch up on the playlist. I shortened yesterday's live stream. It was a bit long-winded. You know, we were really hoping he's going to be caught, but unfortunately he wasn't. So I hope he'll be caught today then. How about that? Okay, let's just quickly do this. Yeah, they're still going on. I wish we could navigate backwards and forwards. Thank you so much, Rochelle, for sharing MB Inc.'s right here now. Let me just tell the patrons. I always tell the patrons. And off we go. Okay. Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you, everyone. Let's quickly read what they said here. This was 1 hour ago, which the time now in Pennsylvania, what is it? What's the East Coast time right now? 8:49 a.m. So they started this thing at like 8:30. Huh? In the morning. I'm glad. So, see, now the time zone's in my favor. Okay, so, press conference. Pennsylvania State Police, PSP, and the Chester County District Attorney's Office will provide updates on the manhunt for Danelo Cavalcante at 8:30 a.m. on September 5th, 2023. The manhunt for escaped prisoner, murderer, sentenced, convicted, everything murderer, yes. The manhunt for escaped prisoner, Danelo Cavalcante, has expanded to include immediate areas surrounding Longwood Gardens. This is an active and ongoing investigation. Continue to review surveillance cameras around your home. Check your cars and remain vigilant by calling 911 immediately with any information on his current location. Oh dear. It sounds to me like they lost him a little bit, don't you think? That sucks. Because they're like, oh dear, Longwood Gardens. Tiffany, thank you for being a member for 7 months. You said, I'm hoping today's the day that they catch this monster. Do you think they'll bring him in alive? I don't know, man. I don't know if he's going to surrender. I don't know. Okay, so let me just quickly show you again. Please share this flyer, okay? This guy is very dangerous. We don't know if he's armed, okay? I think he would have knives by now that he's stolen out of houses. We know from yesterday he broke into someone's house and stole peaches, apples, and snap peas. And people want to call him a survivalist? I don't think so. It's also very overgeneralized to say he's from Brazil, so he's a survivalist. Like, I don't know, have you guys been to Brazil? I've been there many times. Like, is everybody a survivalist? You know what I mean? He's a survivalist. Now, he was a former gang member there. I don't know what survival experience he has. And based on his food choices, just for energy, I get it's hydrating foods, but like, dude, this guy's not going to survive like that. Ernestine, you say catching you live today. Hello, Ernestine. Yes. Catching me live today. Now we're in the EU time zone here. Okay. So please do share this, okay? If they're now expanding that search to Longwood Gardens, that... Everybody got to be very careful. For now, they've been focusing on that 1 to 2 mile radius. Okay. Trisha says, hi, everyone. I can't keep up with all the live streams. Don't worry. We're on it. I wish we could just stream all the time until they catch this guy. But we got to take breaks and look after ourselves. So continue to share the flyer, please. This guy escaped on August 31st. So this is day 6. Day 6 of the search for him. They're still going on. Wrap it up, people. Maybe I would just play it then. And then maybe I would just play it, what they're doing now, a little Q&A, because sometimes they cut that out, right? I'll start over afterwards, okay? So, what I'm going to do now is just play what's happening now. I'm waiting for it to finish, and we'll watch it from the beginning. So we're going to do that together. We're not going to miss a thing. I can't navigate backwards on this stream, unfortunately. I wish I could. But now we're just going to listen to this. Then we'll go back to the beginning. How about that? How about that? Okay. Question time. They've got trail cam and 5 credible sightings. Here we go. Sound on. Boost.
With these credible sightings, people out there, posting on social media, they're afraid. What do you say to them to make them feel reassured in your efforts to find him?
I do understand and empathize with their concern. As a parent, I would be concerned for my children's safety, grandchildren's safety as well. So I understand that. What I would tell them is, again, we're asking them to be alert, to just take, I don't know that there's such a thing as ordinary precautions, but use some common sense. We're not trying to lock people down. At the same time, they should use some caution. They should be observant as to what's going on around their home and their yard, that kind of thing. As I've mentioned, we're asking them to lock their vehicles. If they don't ordinarily do that, or ordinarily they would run in for a few minutes into the house and not lock their car, please lock the car. And pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to your neighbors. Anything that's unusual there, in the event they're not home, perhaps we can get a call and end this quicker. But really, it's vigilance that we're looking for from people right now. He's clearly in escape mode, but he's desperate. So his history is that he's a dangerous individual, and I know that sounds contradictory. Well, he's dangerous, and I'm not saying locked down. If we identify that he's in a very specific area, my recommendation then would be stay in your homes. And we will message the people if we truly have him locked down into a very small area. Much like we used reverse 911 this morning, we have the ability to do that. We can use the Chesco alerts.
If they truly have
we'll get word to people if we need them to take more decisive action. For right now, again, being alert and talking to us. Check your security cameras. Provide us any information that you think might be helpful.
He's on the move.
So the people in Kennett Square around the Longwood Gardens, they're still encouraged, like you said, to remain vigilant but not to lock down?
Correct. I would be, if I were staying home and my home was in there, even while I was in the house, I would have my doors locked. But I wouldn't feel like I was a prisoner in my home. If I need to go to the store, I'm going to go out, get in my car, and go to the store. That's what I mean, I guess, when I say take some precautions, but at the same time, we're not asking people to stay as prisoners in their own homes.
Just really quickly, I know that initially there was concerns that he had some contacts or family in the Phoenixville area. They've been consulted. I mean, is there any dialogue there? Any chance he's been in contact with any of those?
At this point, any interviews or anything else that we would have done will remain confidential at this point. I wouldn't want to disclose. But rest assured that any family, friends, associates, contacts even from jail, we have run all of those things out, and we continue to run those out, looking for anything that might be helpful. Okay. All right. I believe we'll be sending these photos out. We'll make them available to you electronically if you would like those. And I thank you for your time, and I thank you for your assistance getting this word out to the public.
Look how they end the live, just like boom, ended. You see what they do, and then they cut out the Q&A sometimes. I don't know why, but in all the other press conferences, if you guys, we're gonna watch it again now, so don't you worry about it. We're gonna go here, and I'll put that up for you now. Then we can watch the whole thing and see the photos and everything. But this would be the 5th press conference so far, and in all the others, they just cut the press conference when it's Q&A time, and I mean Q&A time is very important. I guess like we heard now, when they're like, when we truly have him locked down into, like, zoned in on an area, like, oh, did you not truly have him there before, or what? Because yesterday sounded very intense. I mean, they went in there with night vision goggles, and, you know, the marshals were there. There was a big hive of activity, all kinds of things. Chris, thank you so much. He said, thank you, G and Mods, for all these updates. Maybe you can get some sleep soon. I did get some rest, and I even went for a forest trot, the jog that I said I should go on. I went, you guys. I literally just came back from it, so if I don't look myself, sorry about that. Miss Sunshine, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. I'm just waiting for this quickly to process, and then we'll play it. Okay, so let's go to videos. We know about this footage, right? We've seen this many times. This surveillance footage from someone's yard with creeping around. Oh my goodness. But now they're going to show us something else. They've got trail cam of him. Problem is, he really is eluding capture, huh? He's really evading capture. He's really pretty sneaky. With all of this going on, the dogs, drones, helicopters, night vision goggles. I know it's a heavily wooded area, and I say this to remind everyone that it was really hard to find Brian Laundrie. I know it was a flooded area, but damn, they had a lot of resources too, and went on for about a month just looking for him. So it's not easy in these wooded areas to find these guys that are hiding out, and this guy's 5 foot, 120 pounds, sneaking around. Joanne said, you're captivating, genuine, knowledgeable, humorous, and kind. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you so much, Joan or Joanne. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay, so we've seen this. Now, let's go to live. There we go. And now we could see it 25 minutes ago. Are we ready? We've got the Grizzly boost on. If you don't know what the Grizzly boost is, what we try to do, because we already know press conference sound is not always the best. So we boost the sound as much as possible so that we can really hear. Okay, we're going to watch it from the beginning now and hear exactly what they've got to say for themselves. Right? Bella Mama says, quite disturbing that he's still out there. I know, it is very disturbing, and please send lots of love to the locals. There's lots of locals commenting, emailing, and they say they are on edge, and they can't believe the lack of local news coverage. You know, someone left a bit of a snarky comment on one of my live streams saying, why do you say there's no local coverage? ABC and this one and that one, all of the shit, they rattled off all of them, right? They're covering it. Yeah, but it's like little articles and little clips and things. No one's really, besides social media, there's myself, there's Nick on Twitter. You know, like, okay, now more YouTubers are covering it, but like who? That's the thing, social media. Who's covering it? It's so intense. It must be so hectic to live there. So we are with them in spirit, okay? The Grizzly vibe is there with them. And just everybody stay safe. This dangerous man is sneaking around there now, possibly in Longwood Gardens. So are we ready? Here we go.
Oh, actually, I think this is a little more open.
Nope, play it from the beginning. Thank you. Here we go. Stop it. Play it. Oh, it's still, you see, it needs to process sometimes. Could you just play it from the beginning? Oh, it's so annoying. Hold on, I'm going to refresh the page. Sorry about that. Stand by, please. We will be watching this thing together. Refresh this freaking page. Yeah, Shannon said, great empathy for the locals must be so intense. Yeah, then they say they're scared, you know? Is it not going to play or what?
Good morning. My name is Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens. I'm the Deputy Commissioner of Operations with the Pennsylvania State Police. Joining me today is District Attorney Deb Ryan and Chief County Detective David Sassa from the Chester County DA's office. As you know, on the morning of Thursday, August 31st, inmate Danelo Cavalcante escaped from the Chester County Prison. Since the day of the escape, there have been several credible sightings within an area I described to you yesterday within Pocopson Township. We had one additional sighting of Cavalcante last evening within that perimeter and conducted a multiple hours long search of the area, but were unable to locate him. Early this morning, we were notified by security at Longwood Gardens that they had trail camera photos taken on their property which appear to be Cavalcante. This area is just south of the perimeter. Investigators quickly examined those photos, and we can confirm it is Cavalcante. The photos confirm that Cavalcante has not changed his appearance, but also that he has obtained a backpack, a duffel sling-type pack, and a hooded sweatshirt. Cavalcante is depicted in the photo walking north at 8:21 p.m. and then back south through the same location at 9:33 p.m. Working with the District Attorney's Office, several steps were quickly taken, including shifting our perimeter in an attempt to contain him between the southern end of the established perimeter and an area south of Route 1. The District Attorney and I had a lengthy conversation yesterday afternoon with the superintendents of a number of area school districts. We had assured them that if anything changed, we would promptly notify them. As promised, that notification occurred at approximately 5 a.m., resulting in a decision by the Unionville, Chadds and Kennett Consolidated School Districts to cancel classes for the day. We will continue to work with those districts to determine what will occur in coming days. A reverse 911 call was sent out to the residents within a 1.5-mile area of the camera that was located, and that occurred at 5:27 a.m. This was expanded to 3 miles at around 7 a.m. We had already requested and begun to mobilize resources from additional federal agencies last evening to include the FBI and U.S. Customs and Border Patrol. People and equipment from those agencies is being mobilized and added to the search as we speak. We continue to ask for the public's help by familiarizing themselves with the photograph and the description of Cavalcante. We're also asking people in an expanded area from the Pocopson Township area south to be alert and to call us with anything suspicious. We ask them to please secure homes, outbuildings, and vehicles. Cavalcante has clearly already obtained some clothing and unknown other supplies, and we want to minimize any opportunity to obtain anything more. It is important we keep pressure on him as we continue this hunt. We're also asking residents and businesses anywhere in or near this area to check their home and business security cameras and call us with anything suspicious that they might observe. A tip line has been established and we can be reached at 717-562-2987. That was 717-562-2987. We remind everyone that a reward totaling up to $10,000 has been offered for information leading to the capture of Danelo Cavalcante. What I would also ask is that people consider signing up for the alerts here in Chester County, and it's they can sign up at readychesco.org, readychesco.org. And with that, we will be happy to take any questions that you might have at this time.
So do you ever
Oh, and I'm sorry, just one second. If we could display the photos here.
Okay, I'm just pausing for a second. Welcome. We're looking at a live press conference they had at 8:30 this morning. Good morning, everybody. It's afternoon for me, so if all of you are asking if I slept, I jogged, I'm here. So between 8:40 p.m. and 9:30 p.m., they spotted this guy on a trail cam. They said it's an area south of Route 1, and I would like to know exactly which area. That would be great, you know. They did say they're expanding their search to Longwood Gardens, which we know is further south from where they've been. They weren't able to locate him last night, throughout the night. Oh man, I was really hoping they would be. I'm sure we're all hoping they would be, and they're highly trained, highly skilled people. Of course, they're doing their absolute best. And so there was reverse 911 calls made, okay, at 5:27 a.m., And then, so I guess that would mean, because someone's asking what's a reverse now, it's like a reverse call, right? They're just making sure it's a reverse emergency call to say, listen, we need to get this information to you that this guy, we're expanding our search area. There was a 1.5 mile radius around the businesses and homes around this area, which they've mentioned Longwood Gardens, and we will look at it on the map as well. And please check your security cameras. So, or ring cameras, security cams, dash cams, anything from around the area we've already been looking at and expanding it to Longwood Gardens, okay? So let's continue to listen. And look.
I can start with the question why he's getting those photos up.
Do you believe that he's now actually out of that 2 mile radius that you were initially looking at yesterday?
Yes, we believe he's just south of that radius, and that's
Okay.
why, again, we've shifted that perimeter now to include that area. What I can tell you is I think that what's occurred is that pressure that we've been putting on him is working. We squeezed him hard enough over a period of a few days, and he was not able to get any relief and managed to find a place to get out. Obviously, I wish we would have been able to capture him without him getting through that perimeter,
Yeah.
but it is also not shocking. It's dark, it's a large area, and
That's true.
not to make excuses. I mean, it's just difficult terrain and things.
Is this area more remote or is it more open?
No, actually, I think this is a little more open. I'm encouraged by the fact that he's there.
We're gonna zoom into those pictures they've got behind there. That's from Trail Cam. Whoa, I can't wait to see it a little bit closer. Okay, but just so that you guys know that are in the chat, because there's lots of locals as well here. We've been looking at this area, and last night they went in with night vision goggles between this Ballintree Lane and Waterglen Drive. They were looking in this area, and from all that pressure they're saying, they went in, they had a perimeter of lights and everything, and they said watch Route 52 and this Lenape Road. Now they're expanding their search to this Longwood Gardens area. Longwood Gardens. So look, you can see it's south of there. They were here. So if they pushed him this way, they said there's more businesses. It's a little more open now. There's still some wooded areas here, but it's a little more open now. So, but he is heading south, But just be careful if you're in that area as well, and please check your cameras. That's the important thing to know.
The other thing I'm encouraged by is that we realized within just a few hours where he was, and so he's not had a tremendous amount of time to move a long distance. And so again, it gives us another opportunity to now try and squeeze him within that perimeter.
Do you think he walked across Baltimore Pike? How do you think, are you looking at the possibility that he crossed that busy?
Oh, we're certainly looking into that possibility. Again, where he was spotted, he was not across Baltimore Pike there. But obviously, we consider anything, and the perimeter has expanded south of Route 1 as well.
Is this trail camera monitored either by law enforcement or by Longwood 24/7?
No, it was a private camera, and an individual checked it and notified us promptly.
It's
Do you know how he
not a
got-
Longwood Gardens camera?
It's my
Okay, how did he get to Longwood Gardens? We're going to listen now. Someone in chat was saying, because last night they put out a little briefing that the schools would be opening today, and someone in chat was saying now the schools are going to be closing. Could you please send me a link to that? And if you also have the link to the NBC aerial footage that's maybe happening, please send me a link to that as well, grizzlytruecrime@gmail.com. Then we can look at it after this. Welcome, Sharon.
It's my understanding that they allow some others to put cameras on their property, and that individual provided the information.
Any idea how he got the supplies? Were these a result of burglaries?
I can't confirm at this point where he got those supplies. Again, obviously, picked them up somewhere along the way, so obviously he got into a structure, a car, something, and obtained some clothing. In fact, we have the pictures up here now. You can see from this picture, he's got a sling-type duffel bag. You can also see shoulder straps in another photo here that you'll see in just a minute. He's got a backpack on.
If they don't zoom in, we will, and hopefully they'll publish these pictures, right? Goodness me.
On his back as well. So he's got 2 packs. He also, in another picture you'll see, he's obtained a hooded sweatshirt. If we can. And so what I would tell you is that, I mentioned that there were 2 different times. So what we believe happened is he walked into that area, was likely not well oriented, headed north, probably ran into the perimeter, realized he couldn't go that way, and turned the opposite direction and came back through the camera a second time. So this is when, with the pack on and the hoodie, he's headed north actually here, and then about roughly an hour later is coming back south without the hoodie on.
That photo is from when? 9:30?
So it's, let me get the time here. It was, the time is an hour off. That's depicted on the camera. I'm sorry, give me just a minute.
Okay, so we need to know that the time is an hour off. That's depicted on the camera. Time is 1 hour off. Just so that when we look at it, I really hope they're going to zoom into this. I'm sure I saw I zoomed in something earlier, but hopefully they'll release the pictures. Otherwise, we have to contact them and get the pictures ourselves, right? So just to keep in mind, the time is an hour off. But from what we can see there, I just want to watch it through, and we can go back here and see if they don't zoom in, we're going to zoom in, okay? As much as we can. It'll be very pixelated, okay, for what it is. But whoa, he's literally there with the backpack doing his thing. He definitely looks like he's in a long sleeve shirt now. He's changed clothing. He's definitely got clothing from somewhere. So still, check your washing lines. Check if there's any bicycles missing or any mode of transport. You know, hopefully he doesn't steal a car. See, that's dangerous now. Now it's very, very dangerous for him to steal a car. If you see your car has been stolen in the area, immediately report it, because he's already got a head start then. So sure, they are on it, but like it's very scary because now he's like on the move in a business type area. It's also a residential area, but if he gets a car now, oh my word. Alexander said they said 9:33 p.m. Yes, I'm just making note that the cameras will be what we see. With our eyes on this timestamp, they would be an hour off. Sharon said, what's the distance in kilometers between the prison and the area they say is in now? How far has he traveled that far? Well, Sharon, I'll have a look, but most people here work in miles. I also work in kilometers, so I get it. But if you just go on Google Maps, you can go Chester County Prison and Longwood Gardens. Then you could see there, but we'll look at it afterwards. Okay. Thank you so much for your sticker. Okay, let's go.
Just a minute to find my times here.
It's 9:30 and 10:30.
I'll get that for you here in just a minute. But it was about an hour apart. It was roughly 8:20 and 9:30.
We've heard 10:30 for the shirt off.
I understand that. Again, the time stamp on the photo should be the time stamp is an hour off. It's actually 9:30, and the other one's 8:30. And the other one was 8:30 or thereabouts. 9:33 is the one. 8:21 was the first one. So he's headed north at 8:21. It says 9:21, and then he's headed south at 9:33.
So are you widening the perimeter or moving it south? How would you describe it?
We're expanding the perimeter, but we're also eliminating the northern end of that perimeter. So the community that was surrounded by that won't be surrounded by it now. So if you went to the southern end...
Damn, here's one of the photos. Thank you to Nuno for sending it to me. If anyone else wants to send me photos and things, it's grizzlytruecrime@gmail.com. Look at this guy. They said convict probably was spotted by a trail cam on Longwood Gardens property on the east side of the 52 bridge that borders Kendall. Okay, so the east side of the 52 bridge that borders Kendall. We'll have a look at all of that. Whoa, camera picked him up. Well, they say 10:33, but they say it's 9:33. Thank you, Kathleen R.
Southern end of what we had established previously as a perimeter and go south from there, down and across Baltimore Pike. That would be the current area.
Is this making a mistake then, or is this just another successful attempt of him evading authorities at this point?
Oh, I think he's absolutely succumbing to the pressure, and yes, he's trying to escape, and that's what he managed to do. He found a point that he could squeeze through that perimeter, and he traveled south. We'll now expand that perimeter and move it so that we can try and encapsulate him again, and we're already actively searching those areas.
It's been 6 days. I mean, do we know anything more about his background? Does he have any survival skills? I mean, he's been foraging clearly, he's been stealing stuff. What can you tell the public? I mean, this guy's clearly cunning, and he's been able to evade you guys for 6 days now.
We're not aware of any formal training in terms of survival skills. You're dealing with someone who's desperate and who doesn't want to be caught. And so if he can find something, some clothing, if he can find some shelter, if he can find some food, he is going to take advantage of whatever he finds. And that's why, again, we pressure him to not allow him the luxury of rest. And then we're asking the public to help us by making sure things are secure so that we can minimize his opportunities to obtain those things that he doesn't otherwise have. He doesn't have, to our knowledge, he doesn't have caches out there or any supplies that he can go to and obtain, as we've seen in some other searches we've done. That's not the case here. I believe this was just an opportunity that he took to get out of the jail, and once out, he's now winging it, and so he does what he has to do to try and avoid escape, or try to avoid capture. Rather.
From his mother to convince him to turn himself back in?
We have not since yesterday, and we'll have to evaluate whether we think that will be effective going
Longwood
forward.
Gardens is closed today. Are you going to be searching Longwood Gardens?
Longwood Gardens is closed, and we will be in that area. Not only Longwood Gardens, but the entire area, we will be pushing through.
He could walk to Delaware today if he was able to walk that far. Are you coordinating with officials in Delaware?
We are.
State Police? And does that change anything if he crosses the state line?
It really doesn't. There's a federal warrant that the marshals have obtained for him. That's again, it's federal warrant, so it covers us regardless of where he goes.
You would still be
At this point, I don't believe he has made it to Delaware. I believe he's still well into Pennsylvania, and we're going to act on that and continue to pressure him. But at the same time, we always look at options. Even while we were looking at that perimeter, as I said to you yesterday, we follow up on any tip. We don't discount anything, and certainly that's why in this case it was a really solid tip. But we've had lots of others. We follow up on those as well, and on the chance that he has managed to get out of that area. And certainly, even prior to this, we had already been coordinating with Delaware.
What's the latest on the investigation into how he was actually able to get out of prison? Is there any clarity on what happened?
My understanding is there's not going to be anything released on that right away. I think the investigation is still ongoing. I can tell you that there have been many interviews done, and both in an effort to investigate the escape, but also to assist us in looking at any plans, any contacts he may have had on the outside, that kind of thing. So that all factors into it, and unless the district attorney has something else to add, I would just say that we're not in a position to start releasing anything on that
What's
yet
the
today.
situation at the prison now? Are the inmates still on lockdown? Are there transports going in and out of there?
I can't answer that.
With the search, you all have been saying that it's a heavily wooded area. Can you describe to the public what that means with your going through the terrain? Because some people are saying, oh, why haven't you caught them yet? It's been 6 days. Where are the dogs? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Can you describe what it's like out there?
What I would describe to you, again, you've heard me refer to other searches. I mean, the terrain here, while one would think, okay, we're not in the middle of a national forest or something else, what you have, though, are significant parcels of wooded area with a lot of undergrowth, so thick that our searchers can't be more than a couple of yards apart, or they at times lose sight of one another. It's so thick that they have to hack their way through or go around and try and make sure that they've still covered that area, because you can't walk through it. That's certainly not everywhere, but there are large patches of that kind of undergrowth in the woods. Additionally, one of the challenges that you have here that you don't have out in a larger forest is you've got people with large yards, parcels of land, multiple acres with outbuildings and shrubbery, landscaping, all kinds of things, sheds that afford an opportunity to hide. Again, none of it insurmountable, but it makes for additional challenges when you're searching those areas. There are a lot of places that someone can hide, and again, you would think we're in a closer to an urban area here. There wouldn't be all of these forests. There are, and
what's the long-term game plan here? I mean, it's been 6 days. If this goes into a 7th, 8th, goes into next week or a month, I mean, are you going to start scaling down resources, or just keep throwing?
The long-term game plan is, as long as we believe we're being effective, and I do believe, we will continue with this search. We will continue a hard search, and we'll capture them. We've had searches that have gone well in excess of a month. we've kept the pressure on. He's a bad guy. He needs to be in custody, and we're determined to capture him. So as long as we have the ability to identify areas that are suitable for us to be searching, we will continue to do that. And again, I'm confident that in the long run, he will be captured.
You mentioned the hooded sweatshirt. What's the current description? Do you have a clothing description?
Okay, I'm just going to pause for a second. Oh my word, there's so much to listen to. There's just like, what, thank you. I'm just making some notes while you guys are also saying things in chat. Thank you for the emails. I've got things to show you afterwards, so stay here with us. We are watching a press conference that just happened at 8:30 a.m. in Pennsylvania. So good morning to everyone in the USA. Good afternoon to everyone in the EU or in my time zone, South Africa. And also afternoon to you in the East. You know, Australia, in Hong Kong. We got Grizzlies all over the world watching. And this, I don't know, to me it just sounds scary when they're like, we've sometimes had a search for a month. Well, we saw that with, for example, the Brian Laundrie search in that one Maakachi Creek, but like a month. When he said as long as we're being effective, well, yeah, keep being effective because this guy will kill to survive. He murdered 2 people. He murdered a man in Brazil when he was in a gang, and the guy owed him money, so he murdered for that. You owe me money? Dead. Okay, and then he murdered his ex-girlfriend in 2021 in front of her children, stabbed her 38 times in front of a little girl and a little boy. They were screaming for him to stop, so just realize how dangerous he is. So I get that, police are always like, it's fine, we've got this, everything's fine, but it's not fine because he's escaped the area now. With all that pressure and the night vision goggles and everything, I get the strategy, but he managed to slip through the cracks. He is now heading southward. He's going to Longwood Gardens. They said they don't think he's reached Delaware yet, but I mean, we already got a Grizzly Delaware ready to be boots on the ground there for us if he does head that way. But, oh my word, stay safe. Check your cameras. Now that the area is expanded, all around that area, check your cameras. You just never know. You never know if you're going to see something that could be really, really helpful. You also can sign up for alerts at readychesco.org is what they said. I've also put this tip line up there, which they shared yesterday. If you missed yesterday's coverage, yesterday we did 2 streams. There was a press conference yesterday, and we also we did another stream later where there was a big buzz of activity in the middle of the night here for me. And what happened was the team, as in CERT, the emergency response team, right? They specialized emergency response team went in with night vision goggles. They said, don't turn your torches on, obviously because of the night vision goggles that could make them blind. No fireworks were happening there, so they obviously told everyone in the area, no fireworks, we're going in. And they were applying pressure, line walking between 2 very specific addresses, and it sounded like they were going to get him. Unfortunately, this guy, especially with the terrain, he is managing to navigate through it and get away from them. Now he's heading south. They've seen him on trail cam. For the person who gave me the address that I wrote down, is that where, like, what was the exact location? We have to go back quickly just to see where was this trail cam? Where did they see him here? It's so scary. Oh my word. Okay, so let's continue on. Thank you all for being here. Here and there, I just pause. I quite like this with the press conference. We just pause and take it all in, and then we carry on again. Okay, so let's continue listening what they say here.
Do you have a clothing description or any?
I don't have a color or anything on that sweatshirt yet at this point. We're still analyzing some things. One of the challenges is with a picture like this, it's night vision or infrared, and so colors don't translate easily. We're having some people take a look at it and see if we can make a determination from it, but I don't have a color or anything to provide you at this point.
How did it come about that state police started leading the investigation, and moving forward, could that potentially change if this goes on longer?
Well, as I said, that was a decision that was made in conjunction with the district attorney's office. We looked at where that search area had expanded to, the types of resources and things that needed to be brought in, and so we've done these, and it seemed to be a natural progression. And again, nothing changed in terms of our working relationship. We've worked well with the DA's office. That continues. They're an integral part of this investigation, and I anticipate that state police will continue in the lead. Again, we'll have to assess that, but we've got our federal partners in here as well, and we're already coordinating with adjacent states. So, I think we're doing everything we can to ensure that we contain him as best we can until we capture him, and to have a contingency in place should he squeeze through again.
Did you guys do a push inward yesterday from the perimeter? And is that
Yes.
a technique to kind of push inward? And
There was a push that was done because of an additional sighting. We were pushing through there anyway in different parts of the perimeter. But there was specifically a push that was done in response to a sighting from within the perimeter, and that continued on for several hours last evening and well into the
slow
evening.
walk, just everyone's moving towards the center to close the perimeter to make it smaller?
No, the perimeter stays intact, and we move additional people inside there, typically tactical team members, and we utilize them to come to push through and push toward the perimeter.
Just to clarify, so the FBI and Customs have just now joined, or have they been part of this to begin with? And to clarify, are all schools in the area closed then?
The FBI and Customs have been part of this from the standpoint that we have been working with them on some analysis and planning some other resources. They are sending some tactical teams and some equipment to join the search effective today.
To join the search effective today. Okay, FBI, right. So that's interesting as well that the FBI will be joining. I don't know, I really hope their help. Normally it would be like, I know the FBI does a lot, but normally it's like, does he have a cell phone? Does he have something? Can they track something? Sure. What does he have? What did he steal? What did he do? Look at this guy go. I'm going to show you all the pictures. Thank you so much to all the Grizzlies sending me the pictures and things. So they've joined as well. Interesting. Okay, I really hope. Dog the Bounty Hunter. Are you watching? Can you please join? Let me have you, Brian. I could say, let me have you, Danelo. Or bounty hunters. Go out there and catch this guy. Maybe locals will catch this guy. Be very safe. Don't approach him, okay? Call 911. I just mean, keep your eyes peeled. You never know, okay? You never know if you could see him.
And I'm sorry, the other question was about the schools?
Yeah, are they all closed or just?
No, those two districts that I mentioned.
Okay.
What's the number of personnel on the ground?
I couldn't give you a firm count. I would have to estimate
200?
200 or 250. It may be a little higher. And keep in mind, that's at any point in time. This is a 24-hour operation, so we're cycling people in and out.
Do you have any idea how many calls, how many tips you all have received? Is it in the hundreds, dozens?
Probably somewhere in excess of 100.
You mentioned the new search area is a little bit more open than remote and previous. Does this change any search methods going forward?
It doesn't change the methods. It changes the effectiveness of some of the technology. Some of it obviously is we're better served by it in some of the more open areas, but it really doesn't change the fact that our path forward here is to keep pressure on him and to search those areas, whether using technology, whether physically searching it, sweeping through. Even in the more open areas, you still have, again, a lot of places to hide. Homes, businesses, outbuildings, and on.
That's pretty scary. Hopefully where he's headed now, there's more cameras, though. More and more cameras. Jimmy, I agree. They need to up that reward. They really do. I think they need to increase that reward. Yeah, make it like 100K or something. 50K, 100K, I don't know, right? And then you just never know. That could motivate.
That all present an opportunity for him and a challenge for us. But again, I'm confident that he will slip up. He did here. He walked into a trail cam, didn't know it. He'll slip up. We're making him move, and that's a good thing.
So you said one additional sighting yesterday. Does that mean 5 credible sightings now?
Yes, plus the trail cam.
Okay.
So the 5th would have been within the perimeter, and then now the trail cam just to the south of that old perimeter. Excuse me.
What do you say to the community now with these credible sightings? People out there, posting on social media, they're afraid. What do you say to them to make them feel reassured in your efforts to find him?
I do understand and empathize with their concern. As a parent, I would be concerned for my children's safety, grandchildren's safety as well. So I understand that. What I would tell them is, again, we're asking them to be alert, to just take I want to say, I don't know that there's such a thing as ordinary precautions, but use some common sense. We're not trying to lock people down. At the same time, they should use some caution. They should be observant as to what's going on around their home and their yard, that kind of thing. As I've mentioned, we're asking them to lock their vehicles. If they don't ordinarily do that, or ordinarily they would run in for a few minutes into the house and not lock their car, please lock the car. And pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to your neighbors. Anything that's unusual there, in the event they're not home, perhaps we can get a call and end this quicker. But really, it's vigilance that we're looking for from people right now. He's clearly in escape mode, but he's desperate. So his history is that he's a dangerous individual, and I know that sounds contradictory. Well, he's dangerous, and I'm not saying locked down. If we identify that he's in a very specific area, my recommendation then would be stay in your homes. And we will message the people if we truly have him locked down into a very small area. Much like we used reverse 911 this morning, we have the ability to do that. We can use the Chesco alerts. We'll get word to people if we need them to take more decisive action. For right now, again, being alert and talking to us. Check your security cameras. Provide us any information that you think might be helpful.
So the people in Kennett Square around Longwood Gardens, they're still encouraged, like you said, to remain vigilant but not to lock down?
Correct. I would be, if I were staying home and my home was in there, even while I was in the house, I would have my doors locked. But I wouldn't feel like I was a prisoner in my home. If I need to go to the store, I'm going to go out, get in my car, and go to the store. That's what I mean, I guess, when I say
respectfully disagree. It's not like just be safe as always. Just take precautions as always. Like, this guy is incredibly dangerous. I know they don't want to scare everyone, but it is a fact. I'm not someone who lives in denial. I don't like denial. He's very dangerous. He's on the move. He's moving towards Longwood Gardens. He could move towards Delaware, and he's heading south. Be very safe. If you spot him, don't approach him. Call 911 immediately. There's also the tip line. There's places you can submit tips anonymously. I would call 911 immediately if I were you and be like, oh my word, he's here right now. And I mean, the highest risk right now is that he's going to steal a car. Grand theft order, and off he goes. He can get a lot further then. So even if they're like, we're pressuring him, it's a good thing, he's moved. It's not a good thing, because now with businesses and there's cameras, but he can get a car. And also, it's getting darker and darker with the moon phase right now. Where are we at? We're on September what? Today's September 5th. So tomorrow's like a half full moon, and then it's getting darker and darker. So, he's not going to use a flashlight. He could get around in the dark even better. Especially, I don't know, if he is used to that or something. I don't know what he did in his life before as a former gang member in Brazil, but don't underestimate him. He's not so smart with his food choices. Maybe he is. He's like, I'm going to have so much energy. But okay, snap peas and peaches and apples. Stealing, it's not all. He obviously stole things from elsewhere. I just mean, interesting choice, but he's on the move, taking things as he needs. And off he goes. Look at him. He's got a whole baggie full of things there. We'll look at more photos, bigger. Thank you to everyone who sent it to me. We're going to be looking at that. The schools have closed now in the areas as well. They were going to open all of them. Now they said they closed again, so that's interesting too. See, even that is like, they know he's dangerous. This guy is dangerous. And they don't say armed and dangerous because they don't know if he's armed. But if he gets into a home or a business or anywhere and gets hold of guns, imagine that, and stealing a car. This could escalate. They really need to, everybody needs to be on high alert. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see him, call it in. Okay, yeah, hydrating food, says Athena. Continuing, we're almost done here.
Some precautions, but at the same time, we're not asking people to stay as prisoners in their own homes.
Just really quickly, I know that initially there was concerns that he had some contacts with family in the Phoenixville area. They've been consulted, and is there any dialogue there? Any chance he's been in contact with any of those?
At this point, any interviews or anything else that we would have done will remain confidential at this point. I wouldn't want to disclose. But rest assured that any family, friends, associates, contacts even from jail, we have run all of those things out, and we continue to run those out, looking for anything that might be helpful.
Jail contacts.
Okay. All right. I believe we'll be sending these photos out. We'll make them available to you electronically if you would like those. And I thank you for your time, and I thank you for your assistance getting this word out to the public. Good morning.
Okay, so we are going to look at the pictures now. Let me just quickly get things for you. And as we say, the schools are closed. I'm just quickly making one change here. I just want everyone to know that they've got pictures and things now. So quick thumbnail switch live while we're at it. Okay. Wow. So important things that we learned. They've seen him on trail cam. He's moving south. He's no longer in that area that they were focusing on. The FBI is involved. There is an alert system that you can sign up for, readychesco.org. There's lots of homes and businesses in this Longwood Gardens area. They've reversed called, 911 called everyone within a 3-mile radius of this new area just to tell them the information. So, okay, everybody should be aware. If you are there, let me know. Let me know if you received that and what did they say. So now what we're going to do, there's lots of things to do, okay? We've got lots to update, always. There's always a lot going on with this manhunt. These manhunts, I mean, timing is everything. And I don't know, I'm someone who, I thrive when it's emergency situations. Even as a pilot, that was my thing. Like if it's an emergency situation, I'm very calm and very focused. So the focus is spot the guy, call 911. You see the guy, call 911. He cannot steal a car and start driving southward. He cannot steal weapons. They need to find him. Be alert. Stay safe. Okay? So, and yes, as they say, he's getting tired. He's getting desperate. Sure. Yeah. Mrs. Krampus, of course, we're going to do map time. Thank you so much for your sticker. We're going to do that map time. Definitely. I just want to show you some of these pictures so that you could just see from the trail cam that they, well, while I quickly upload the picture, I just want to, it was just within the first minute here where they talked about where the footage was from.
Since the day of the escape, there have been several credible sightings within an area I described to you yesterday within Pocopson Township. We had one additional sighting of Cavalcante last evening within that perimeter and conducted a multiple hours-long search of the area, but were unable to locate him. Early this morning, we were notified by security at Longwood Gardens that they had trail camera photos taken on their property, which appear to be Cavalcante.
Okay. Longwood Gardens. So let's do a quick map time. And we're back. Okay, so we'll do a quick map time here. Just to have a look, this is the guy that to look out for. We'll look at all the recent photos they shared of him as well. Let me make this bigger for you now because we've just finished watching the press conference that happened at 8:30 this morning. They just went with it. If it wasn't for MB Inc., I wouldn't have even known. I didn't expect that at all. You always got to be on your toes with these manhunts, you know? So yesterday they already talked about the area expanding, you know, this whole, you could see it's pretty much wrapping around that blue line there. Okay, let me actually just do this and go back to, let's go to Ballintree Lane like this. Yeah, okay, that pretty much shows it like that. And then we'll go quickly to 168, we'll go back to 168, wait. There, then we can make a nice circle. Yes, okay, so this is the area that they've been looking at. They were really focused between these two houses last night is where they applied pressure. Somehow this guy moved southward, and now they spotted him on trail cam here in this Longwood Gardens area. Okay, so we've got that. Here's this Kendall Drive that someone had sent me that I wrote down. Thank you so much. And I'm wondering if do you think the trail cam was there? Do you guys know? Is that the information you got or what? Because that's a very specific address as well. He could have been spotted there. That's interesting. Then he would have gone, sure, like how did he do it? It's quite a way. Okay, so we've got that. Let me quickly do this for you so that you can see the pictures. Just take him off there. So here he is, that he was spotted in Longwood Gardens, okay? So one more time. This is where they were, and he's now headed southward towards Longwood Gardens. And they say they don't think he's in Delaware yet. Look how close the border is, the perimeter is, crossing over perhaps to Delaware. I don't know, but heading southward. Oh my word. Okay, so these are the pictures. Thank you so much to everyone that sent it to me. Really appreciate it. There's quite a few of you that sent it. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Ryan. I got it from you first. Okay, so here you could see him on this trail cam. On a casual stroll. He actually doesn't look all that stressed here, but he's got it looks like he's got a sweatshirt on now. Backpack. Wow, look at him go. I think he's had a change of clothing. What do you think? Not? Does that still look like the prison pants? Could be. I am America's Daughter. Any updates on Police Post 7? He did not return the call in last night. I haven't heard. All I heard was that, you know, yesterday when they said there was a 911 call that they were talking about on the scanner that alerted everyone to say a resident spotted him in the woods. And that's why the task team went in, and they went in with night vision goggles and all of that, right? Well, apparently they spoke to State Trooper 7 or Trooper 7. So maybe that's why they didn't call back, because they were standing with the family. I'm not sure. Karen, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So there's more pictures. We're going to look at more pictures, okay? So here's one of them. If I could quickly show you, I'm quickly going to show you the picture of him when he left the prison. So let's just find that. Here we go. Maybe it is the same pants. Could be. Let's put it here. Okay. Yeah, I think it's the same pants. So he's dressing warmly now for the night. Oh no, Joyce says he's going to Walmart. Oh no. Okay, so Pierrot said either there was 2 trail cams or they caught him on one cam going 2 different directions because they have 2 different times and directions on the pics. Yeah, they said he was heading southward and then northward. At 8:40 p.m. they spotted him on the camera, and again at 9:30 p.m. So I think it's the same camera, right? Don't worry, Raging Wolf. I've heard it. I've seen it. I've been listening to all of the scanners and things as well. Sleeping with one eye open, listening to all the things. It's quite hectic, right? Okay, a family. Let me write this down. You said the trail cam under a bridge on Route 52 to the left of Kendall Drive. Okay, wait. Sorry, I'm old school. I write things down on my notebook, okay? Under a bridge on route. It's for future reference too, so we know. Left. This is critical information. Left of Kendall Drive. Thank you so much. So we'll get back to the pictures now. Route 52 under a bridge south, left of Kendall Drive. Okay, there's Kendall Drive. Route 52 is here. Here's Route 52. Kendall Drive. So somewhere in here, I would assume, huh? And you said under a bridge. Under a bridge on Route 52. Okay. Left of Kendall Drive. Somewhere here? Damn, okay. I'm just going to quickly put the little Google man here so we could just look at it. I just want to look a little bit. Okay. Ah, probably under a bridge here, right? Is this what we're talking about? Wow, let's go this way. And then we peek this way like this. Oh. Okay. Yeah, could be around here. Crossing over this way. Under a bridge. And look at this area. Look at it. Oh my word. Just look at the wooded area. Sure. By the way, thank you for being here. If you're only joining now, good morning to you. There was actually a press conference at 8:30 a.m., which we just listened to 1.5 times. We caught the first half, then we started again, listened to all of it, and we're just going over all the information now. Sure, yeah, look, he would have been like probably traveling this way through here. Wow. So if I just show you the area again. Under a bridge on Route 52 left of Kendall Drive. That's from locals. Interesting. I was like a half shadow now here. Okay. So that's what we have. This is the area to look out for. And if he's here and under a bridge on Route 52, he's heading southward. He's going south. I mean, I don't know. Is he just going to stay there now? I don't know about that. Where would he go next? That's the question. Let's see. Because there's a lot of wooded areas still. You'd want to stay in wooded areas. But look if he gets here. Oh my goodness. Look at this area. And this is all probably without a GPS, right? Oh my word, this guy's just like on foot, taking a stroll. Damn. So here's the trail cam footage again. I'm showing you this picture from when he was last seen at the prison, Chester County Prison. And you could see what he was wearing. It looks like white sneakers. He's holding something in his hand. He's got the prison pants on. He probably has shorts underneath because I've sometimes seen him in shorts. A white shirt. And now he's got a sweatshirt too. Yes, passing through said that wooded area makes sense for the day and then move again at night. Exactly. Remember when he left the prison, they saw him walking along the side of the road. So you're right. Sometimes that's why. Keep your eyes peeled. If you're seeing some person, walking, a 5-foot man walking along the side of the road, call it in. Well, if it looks like it. But call it in anyway. Call it in. Okay. Yes, so Johnny said, I'm getting Dora the Explorer vibes with his little backpack. Yes. Okay, so let me show you some more pictures. So here's one of them. This was all between 8:40 and 9:30. Let me quickly move myself. So that's a little bit zoomed in. Sheesh. Walking with his bag full of fruit and snappies. Okay. Seagate said extremely hot on the East Coast today. I see so. I looked at the weather now and I'm like, whoa, okay, it's pretty hot out there. Okay, there he is again. I'm gonna move myself this. Okay, look at the time. Here, they said it's an hour off, right? That was on the 4th of September. Today is the 5th. So yes, yesterday. Last night. Oh my word. Last night. So while they're all zoning in their night vision goggles and all that, this guy's here. Okay, people did say that. What if he's not there? And I'm like, well, he has to be because they're going in. They're going in. But like he was obviously walking around here. If he's walking around here between 8:48, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. I went live at 1. Yeah, we were live between 1 and 5 in the morning. So while they were going in with the night vision goggles and all that, this guy be walking here already. That's quite something. Wow. Ghost Dog said, I'd still like to know how he escaped to begin with. We've had 2 anonymous people send me an email, so take it with a pinch or grain of salt. And they said that he escaped just like the other inmate in May escaped, that he was unshackled in the rec area. And the inmate that escaped in May actually climbed up a fence. There was a bit of a vulnerability there, got on the roof, and then ran across and jumped down, and they said that he escaped the exact same way. That people at the prison they knew about the vulnerability, they were working on fixing it, they believed they'd fixed it, obviously it wasn't good enough. Right, that's literally how the email was worded that I read yesterday, and they said he escaped the exact same way. Because inmates talk to each other. Yes, Marisol, welcome to Grizzly Supporter. You say, no flashlight, how is he even? Well, and it looks like he's carrying like a sleeping bag or something. Doesn't it look like a sleeping bag? This guy's like, yeah, like you say, Dora the Explorer. He's going around camping. My goodness. And on the move. Sorry for the drilling noise. They're drilling in our building now. So these trail cam pics are always so scary. Look at him. Look at him. It looks like he's looking at the camera. Yeah. They see you, bro. But unfortunately, he's ahead of them. 10 steps ahead. You know, he was already in this area. They say between 8:40 and 9:30. Well, that was the time at which everything was all hyped up in the area that they were searching at originally and going in with the night vision goggles. Shame. NEP said he looks downright cozy. Here he's getting a little bit hot, right? He's taken off his shirt. I should have given you the trigger bunny there. Or the horror hog. Sorry about that. Okay. So, Cassie said he's long gone while they focus on that one area he already passed Longwood Gardens. It's quite hectic, actually, to think about that in hindsight. Sure. Okay. Oh, those are all the pictures. Yes. So we've seen all the pictures now. Thank you so much. You guys are just going to have to excuse the drilling. There's nothing I can do about it. I would love to just rage about it, but I can't. It just happens anytime, anywhere, in the morning, afternoon, Sunday morning, 7 o'clock. Dutchies be drilling. I live in the Netherlands, which is Holland, as you might know it. Holland is a province, but that's where I live. Now here, let's see what they say here quickly. They say 2 school districts closed as hunt for escaped murderer expands after he was spotted outside the previous search area. There he is as well. Obviously his hair is longer now, so keep that in mind as well. And you can see his hair is longer in the trail cam from last night. Yeah, Diane, okay, you say he's from Brazil, so heat means nothing to him. That's valid. You know, when people say he's from Brazil, obviously he's a survivalist. Like, what? You can't generalize a whole country like that, right? I'm from South Africa, so what do you say? So, but yeah, heat, yeah. Tropical humidity. It's very hot there. Sometimes, depending on the time of year. But yeah. Okay, no, Buttercup. I cannot speak fluent Dutch. Hell no, I'm not from here. I'm from South Africa. So that's also how I was. Why am I flying? I'm flying above here. Look, I was like up here. Hey guys. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Let's go here. The manhunt for escaped murderer Danelo Cavalcante has expanded after he was sighted outside the area police have been searching since he escaped from prison on Thursday. Pennsylvania authorities said a large police presence had been searching the heavily wooded area in Pocopson Township and Chester County within 2 miles of the prison. Police have now expanded the area after a security camera sighting of the inmate at Longwood Gardens Monday evening, south of where the previous established perimeter was, Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens said at a news conference Tuesday. I must say, damn, on the ball, these journalists, the article's already out. I know we're already live, but this article's already typed up and out. Good. They need to get the information out there. Cavalcante, 34, broke out of the Chester County Prison about 30 miles west of Philadelphia Thursday evening, the Chester County District Attorney's Office said. He was convicted of first-degree murder on August 16th of killing his former girlfriend, 33-year-old Deborah Brando, in 2021, and sentenced to life without parole. He was sentenced on August 22nd, and he escaped his prison on August 31st. How terrible. What an injustice, right? 2 school districts in the area announced that they will be closed on Tuesday after authorities said the manhunt had widened. Kennett Consolidated School District, which is about 9 miles from the prison, and Unionville Chadds Ford School District, about 5 miles from the prison, both announced that they will be closed on Tuesday. We were informed early this morning by law enforcement that the search situation has evolved, and out of an abundance of caution, schools and offices will be closed today, said the superintendent of Kennett Consolidated School District. The district has received information that the status of the situation with the escaped prisoner has changed. Schools and offices are closed today, and the district will operate on a flexible instructional day, Unionville Chadds Fort School District announced. The police dragnet had previously focused The police dragnet had previously focused on a deeply wooded area within a 2-mile radius near the prison. Robert Clark, Supervisory Deputy U.S. Marshal for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, said at a Monday afternoon news conference. There had been 4 sightings of the escaped inmate within a 1.5 to 2 mile radius of the prison, said Clark. Cavalcante is also wanted in a 2017 homicide case in Brazil, which led to him fleeing the country, said Clark. We've gone over all of this. Authorities previously said they were looking into whether Cavalcante had inside help to help escape. Well, we already know that inmates talk to each other, and after the one escaped in May, and they had him within 20 minutes, and then if you didn't hear this, we talked about it yesterday. I did shorten the stream, so I'm actually not sure if it's still in there. Another inmate escaped in May. Within 20 minutes, they had him. But actually, someone emailed to say they spotted him standing in their backyard. And they called it in, and they're like, don't worry, we'll come get him. They got him. He went back to the jail. It's called Chester County Prison, but it's actually a jail. So there's that story. And so they said there was a bit of a vulnerability that they'd reinforced. But Cavalcante got out the exact same way. Apparently, climbing up a fence, getting on the roof, running across it, and jumping down somewhere. So, yeah, he got out. Welcome, Ginny. And welcome to all the locals. Please know we got your back. We're with you in spirit. Please stay safe. Keep your eyes peeled. Look at your cameras. You just never know. As in Gabby Petito's case, the power of social media, Red, White, and Bethune looked at their dash cam. They saw Gabby's van, and they're like, literally, there it is. They zoned in on that area and found her remains. And then, yeah, Brian Laundrie had already escaped, went home to mommy in Florida and all that. Remember the Gabby Petito case? The point is, the dash cam helped significantly. You just don't know. Don't underestimate what your footage could find. Okay, check your footage if you're in the area. And that's why I keep showing the area so that you know. From here. Let's just quickly go like this. Wait, maybe I could do it on another one. What is this address? It is... Wait, we want to do this one. Wait, not this one. This one. Okay, so if we go... I just want to fiddle with one of these maps. From... Let's just do it like this. Just want to see how far it is from there. So that's what? 5 miles. But I mean, if we went directly, that would be different. It's different. It would be much shorter if we just went straight. And you were asking as well, how far is it from the prison, which would be Chester County Prison. 6.5 miles. 6.5 miles. Okay, so we've got that. R. Bowers said, Haley just went up. Thank you so much. I think I still got it actually here going. Looking at so many things, right? Let's see what's going on. I don't know if it's this one. I'm actually going to monitor this while we're talking here. We can even put the scanners on if you want. Okay, we've unmuted it. Let's refresh it as well. Go for it. See what's happening. All right, and we looked at the press conference. So, just multitasking quickly here. So yeah, as I say, the moon, it was full moon on the 30th of August, which probably also helped him navigate a little bit. Now it's in the third quarter, and it'll be very dark on the 14th of September. So... let's see, let's hope they catch him before all of that, because the darker it gets, I don't know if it helps with night vision goggles and all that, but he could definitely move around. Okay, so let's make sure that is there nothing happening? There's nothing happening here. Let's just see. Nothing happening on the scanners whatsoever. What else did I want to show you? So many things. So you say okay, yeah, I see the heli's up. The heli's up. I can see it now. Here it is. So this one is the Bell 407GX. Is this again the Delaware State Police, maybe? Where are they going? Oh, from Unionville. Okay, and they're going here. Oh, boy. So, the PC-12 doing its bigger orbits yesterday made sense, right? Peace, I really hope not. If a bear took him out, would the bear be shot? Really hope not. So, Scotty, the fish freak, said, I believe the Delaware State Police and Newcastle County Police are already deploying to the state line in the Route 52 area. Iris said, thanks for alerting people. Yes, it's important to, and it's my pleasure. Let me just see. Truth Seeker said, please always include the distance of those of us who don't live there. He traveled quite a ways. Do you want me to convert for every... It's very hard to do, to be like, okay, now I'm just going to convert. Let me just do it on Google Earth. The point of it is the information is really important right now for the people who live there. They're the ones that need to really keep their eyes peeled and stay safe. Okay, I don't know where they're going now. Okay, they're turning. Okay, so we're watching this one a little bit. Let me just move this here so you can see it. Well, I get Google Earth going to satisfy everyone in the audience. Okay, so just go from Chester County Prison. Chester County Prison. That one. Okay. And I'm just making something, I don't know, there's nothing happening on the police scanners. Interesting. Danelo Cavalcante. Let's call it Cavalcante, okay. So, we go from there. Okay, they're starting to turn a little bit here. Let's see. They're here at Brinton's Bridge, Brandywine Creek. They did talk about that as well. Yes, Amy, there has been a deep dive into the crime he committed. Please check out the very first live stream I did on it. There's a playlist. It's Manhunt or Fugitives. It's on there. I spent a long time trying to dig out all the information possible on what happened. So we have done that, right? Okay, so I'll show you this quickly. I just want to see where this helicopter goes while I set up something for you. This would be now Kendall Drive, right? Oh, Kendall at Longwood. That's the retirement village you guys are talking about the whole time. Okay, so let's just see where they turn there. We're doing this map time here. And we also want to go Water Glen Drive. Let's go like 1681. Waterglen Drive. Like that. And we can add that to the project. Okay. So, to make everybody happy, let's measure the distance in miles. From the Chester County Prison to Waterglen Drive was 1.2 miles. Okay? From the Chester County Prison to this Kendall at Longwood area, there's a retirement village there, but he was spotted here, somewhere here by the bridge, 2.36 miles from the prison. Okay? Let's just say done. I'll do it in kilometers in I just laugh because you guys are like, give us this. Okay, in kilometers, there's an international audience, I get it. From the Chester County Prison to this Waterglen Drive, which is the area they were focused on this whole time previously, 1.93 kilometers, okay? To the bridge where the trail cam was around here approximately, 3.84 kilometers. And to this Kendall at Longwood, 4.27. And wherever the hell he's headed now, I mean, it's within, you know, if he's going to Delaware, let's just go like this. If he's going south, it's within 10 kilometers. So we've got that. Okay, let's go back to miles now. What? Centimeters, meters, miles, just miles. Miles is fine. So from where the area they were searching, which was this 1681 Waterglen, they were looking between these two houses here. So let's go in the middle to where they were searching there while they went in with the night vision goggles and all that yesterday. Yeah, he was already here between 8:40 and 9:30, around here, 1.2 miles. That's what he had done. Sure. So how far would he get now? I don't know. I don't know where would he go now? That is the problem. Also, if we do this, if he was spotted around here, I mean, yeah, where would he go now? Sometimes you got to put yourself in their shoes. I mean, I suppose he could just walk across here and go all along these areas. He could be in here now. So hectic. Dee said he probably walked all night. So when they said they put the perimeter of lights, they put all these like cop cars there, and they had lights going so they could push him towards the night vision goggle people, the task force, right? Well, in one way it worked, but in the other he's like, okay, gotta be on the move. There was a lot of activity after someone saw him in the woods. He obviously realized, oh crap, choppers are up, because the choppers went up. When somebody had actually told one of the troopers that they saw him in the woods, whoa, it was a hive of activity. It was just like drones up, helicopters in the area, suddenly the police are there, all the lights are on. It was very hectic. So he's like, okay, I'm just going to start heading south. Oh my gosh. So yeah, well, they were very busy here for most of last night, and they must be absolutely tired, wrecked. They got Gatorade and snacks. We heard it on the scanner as well. Yeah, he was already in this area, which is why they're closing the schools in this Longwood area. Now, where is that Uniondale? Is it Uniondale? Union? Is it Uniondale or what is it? Unionville? I can't remember now. Unionville? Could be this actually. Yes. Let's add that. Okay, so there you go. The schools are closed. And there's been aircraft activity over this area for a while as well. Oh no. GCM Guitar is like, Danelo just subbed and enabled all notifications. I really hope not. That is where it will not be helpful. We want to keep the public informed, but like, not him, okay? Next we'll hear he stole peanut butter. That's how we'll know. Oh my word, he's listening to us. I wonder why there's absolutely nothing happening on this Chester County Emergency Services line. The scanners. Okay, so I think we've gone over what we can for now. Just hold on 1 second. Marie said, how did he get out of prison? Do they know? I did share that, so I hope you guys listened to that. Joe Donelli said trail cam is next to the deer fence on 52, across the street from Longwood Gardens Meadow Garden. Okay. Across the street. So we've got Route 52. Oh, here's Meadow Garden. Okay, I'm just reading what someone said here. Let's just close this a little bit. Yes, we want to present it. That's fine. Okay, so Meadow Garden is here. So they said trail cam is next to the deer fence on 52, across the street from Longwood Gardens, Meadow Garden, between 926 and Route 1. So was he more along this side? Wow, because this is Route 52. Here's this Kendall at Longwood. I think this is a retirement village. Damn. So yeah, he would have gone from here and been going through, he would have walked through here. Quite a walk, probably along here. And then gone like this. Wow. Okay. So, let me quickly check my emails. Let me see the chopper as well. All these streams are like, let me look at this. Let me look at this. Head on a swivel. My head's on a swivel here from the Netherlands. Okay, look at them go. So, see, they are going. They are going all the way to Longwood now. Yep, it's matching what they're doing. They like head out there today and search over from Longwood Gardens all the way around this area. That's literally the area that we've just looked at that they mapped out. This one. You see that? They're doing it. Mm-hmm. Bloodfire said, I think yesterday was a false sighting. Imagine if it's just someone else like running in the woods. Scary because it could be. But it sounded like he was wearing the same sort of thing. Okay, so before I go, don't worry, I will be back later. There's lots going on. I mean, so much going on in true crime at the moment. Today, the Dr. Amy Harwick case resumes the trial of Gareth Pursehouse. So that resumes. The footage will be available tomorrow. Today, Alec Murdaugh and his attorneys have decided they found something very mysterious and amazing that proves he's innocent or demands a new trial. So that's interesting as well. That's going to be at 2:30 Eastern. Of course, I'm very invested in this manhunt as well, so we'll see what's going on there as well. Got to remain calm, and let's hope they catch him. TX Tracy said, do you have the CC turned off? I really don't. I have it turned on, so if it's not working, I don't know why. It's always turned on. It's part of my checklist. Checklist is like set up the thumbnail, set up the live stream. Okay, now CC on. Closed captions on. Okay, tell the patrons, tell people on Twitter. Of course, alert all the mods. We're going live. This was like very last minute. So, thank you so much, Stephanie. You said info to sign up for the Ready Chess. That's the alerts. So if you guys are in the area, sign up for readychessco.org alerts. Okay, I'll put it in the description box afterwards. Let's see what Gary said. The northeast corner of Longwood Gardens is only 4 miles south of the prison he escaped. He's not gotten very far. Longwood Gardens is a large botanical garden area previously owned by the DuPont family and was gifted to the state of Pennsylvania and is a popular attraction for people to enjoy nature and see the beautiful property. They have lots of outdoors, fountains, trails, and also indoor plant areas that are quite large and expanding. Thank you, Gary. I really appreciate your information. So what? This guy's just... he's got his backpack, he's got his snap peas, and he's like off to the botanical garden. Like, oh my word. Oh my word. Well, the tactical team is in there. Night vision goggles like, where is he, guys? Where is he? And he's like, I'm in the botanical garden. Okay, eating my snap peas. Wow. Thank you so much. Amy says, thank you for all you do, all your hard work on this, your team too. Thank you so much. If you want to buy me a coffee, you can. If you want to buy my mods a coffee, you can. It's all on my website under the support page, okay? There's 2 separate places to buy the coffee if you want to keep us energized, which I really appreciate, especially in times like this. So, someone emailed to say, I always keep you anonymous unless you say my name, okay, in case. The police are failing to say if you were seen on Longwood camera last night, but they didn't know until this morning. He could very well be in Delaware. He has hours after breaking the perimeter. Delaware is not that far away. People in Delaware, make sure you're keeping your eyes peeled. I mean, Delaware, sure, you cross over right here. And if he's going there, goodness me. If that's where this guy's headed, let's go on here. They say he wants to obviously he wants to get out of the country. That's going to be quite a mission for him. Where are you going next, bro? Sure. Just going to visit the laundries. Okay, so don't know how he's gonna get there. How's he gonna get there? Sheesh. Got a long way to go if he wants to go home to his mom, who I think is in Brazil. Not sure. Yeah. Jenna says, I smell peaches. Jenna said, don't you ever sleep? Well, it's 4:10 in the afternoon for me, so I've had a whole day. It's not the morning. You guys just woke up. I've had an entire day, which included sleeping, feeding Fury all the treats you guys buy him, going for a jog. Okay. So I think that's all we have for now. Okay. I will be back when there's news, because I'm sure there will be. What we did today was show you this again. We watched a press conference, which was just like, boom, 8:30 a.m. Off they went. They did put a notification out, a notice out on Facebook an hour before. I just didn't see it. But MB Inc. was like, hey, they're live right now. I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean they're live right now? They're doing a press conference? Off they went. 8:30 in the morning, like morning press conference time. And they're like, by the way, he's no longer in the area. Like, oh my word. So, okay, he's heading south. There he is. He's got a sweatshirt now, so you need to look out at what he's wearing here. He's got shorts, because they've seen him in shorts before, apparently. I think it's prison-issued shorts he might be wearing under there, or it's in his little backpack. He's got shorts. He's got his prison pants or other pants. It looks like his prison pants. White sneakers. He's got a sweatshirt now. Let's hope it's not a new Grizzly True Crime one. That will not be great. No. No Grizzly True Crime, okay? So, I don't know. They say they don't know what color the sweatshirt is. I don't know either. Is it grey? Is it green? What do we know? So we've got that, and there he's just on his stroll with his little sleeping bag or whatever he's got there. Long hair. So remember from the mugshot, it looks different. He looks different now. He's got long hair. 5 foot, 120 pounds, 34 years old. Danelo, also going by Danilo Cavalcante. Yes, Pernille says the mom is in Brazil, yes. And they recorded a message from his mom that they broadcast over the area that they were focused in on. Last night they were apparently broadcasting this message, and they had before as well, to ask him to peacefully surrender. They got his mom. Remember when we did the deep dive, we were like, oh, so after committing a murder, he was on the run, he called his mom and sister. So we're like, oh, he's going to want to run to mommy. They always do, don't they? So many of these criminals, when under pressure, they run to mommy. He's heading towards Brazil. I mean, he's got a very long way to go, but he's going slowly but surely south, okay? So, Rochelle said, keep your Grizzly eyes and ears alert for Lifetime with Grizzly. Yes, please. Make sure that you are subscribed. Hit the bell. Set it to all. That's how you get notified. If you see a live stream upcoming, say notify me. Click on notify me. It will notify you. If you want a really reliable way to get notified, Patreon is the way to go. It's $1 for the whole month if you just want that. There's different tiers. They all offer the same, but the notifications, they go straight to your inbox. So patrons always like, thank goodness, because that's how they know. They're always here. Thank you, patrons. Thank you, members. Thank you, mods, everyone. I will be back if there's news, okay? So, and I just want to say, all these Twitter streams, all the scanners, the flight, I'm watching. I'm a professional lurker. You guys are so funny when you're in those Twitter streams. And then I join, but I'm just there to listen. And then you're like, oh my word, she's lurking. She's lurking. And then you share all the bear emojis. You guys are so funny. Scotty, the fish freak, said, which scanner is that? This is the Chester County, Pennsylvania Emergency Services. It was working so well yesterday. I don't know why it's not today that it's completely silent. Is it too early or what's going on? Yeah, Scotty, it's this Open MHZ one. Interesting. So, thank you so much. Please keep sharing the information. Like and share. Hashtag Danelo Cavalcante. Hashtag Manhunt. Hashtag Grizzly True Crime. Okay? Share it. Even hashtag Pennsylvania. Chester. All these ones. It will help. Get the information out. That's what we want to do. I really don't give a crap that it's me living in the Netherlands that's getting the info out. The point is get the info out. People are like, why would you get it? Why not get the info out? If this was happening in my area, I would get the info out too. It's not happening here. It's not happening. The most exciting thing happening today is that Franco, the postman, is going to be bringing my Grizzly True Crime teddy bear. It's very exciting here in this little village I live in. The evil CJ show. Thank you for your $10 super sticker. There you go. Thank you. Matthew Long is like, Unionville. Thank you so much. Keep your eyes peeled. Stay safe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.